Welcome to Chamber Chat with Mary Beth Horton. Chamber Chat is a weekly program focused on keeping you connected to your community, the place we call home, where we work, play, and raise our families, featuring updates on economic development, the latest news on businesses moving into our area, networking opportunities, and upcoming community events for you and your family. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoy today's program. Now here's your host, Habersham County Chamber President, Mary Beth Horton, and her special guest.
Welcome to Chamber Chat. Our journey begins at Mountain Ed Charter High School in Demarest. Mountain Ed is an evening, self-paced public high school that grants regular Georgia high school diplomas. This campus in Demarest is actually one of 16 sites throughout North Georgia, and of course, they're chamber members. Mountain Ed provides a wonderful resource for many people in Habersham County, and we wanted to learn more about it. I am joined with Sherry Whiten, the site administrator, and Myra Chandler, the school counselor here at Mountain Ed. Thank you guys for being part of the program today. What can you tell us about Mountain Ed, and how is it different from any other school?
Well, we're actually a night school. We operate 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, from 4 until 9. So it gives kids a different alternative as far as times for their schedules, and just another way to get a diploma.
Who are your students, and why do they choose to come here?
I think we have all kinds of students, just like you would have in day school, and their reasons vary. We have a lot of students who have some health issues, and they work better in the evening than they do in the morning. We have some students who work, so they get to work during the day, and then they come here in the evening, and so that works really well for them. We have some students who are parents, so when they have somebody at home in the evening, they can leave their children with their caretakers, and then they can come to school. I think one of the biggest factors that we have, or the programs that we have to help these students, is our mentoring program. Every student is assigned a mentor, and that is an adult who works with them. In addition to the site administrators, the counselors, the grad coaches, everybody else that on faculty, this is a person assigned to them that sees them once a week, and they go in to talk to them about their progress they're making in their courses. And then as one young lady who just graduated said, "Oh, but I talk to my mentor about everything." You know, they become very close to them.
And we also offer a lot of academic support. I tell students when they come in to check on Mountain Ed, to talk about Mountain Ed, one of the things that everything is online, but what I always say is that doesn't mean that we put a student on a computer and expect them to just work on their own. Most nights in our math room, and math is the subject that seems to give kids the most trouble, most nights in our math room there are 5 teachers in there. And so if you need help, you're going to be able to get help. And most of our classes are small like that. Our teachers do a fabulous job of working one-on-one with kids, and if you were to walk into a classroom, one of the things I think you would see is that teachers are up, they're over the shoulder of kids, and they know what's going on, and they're able to give that level of support that a lot of times our students haven't had in the past.
And one of the other things that makes, I think, this school so unique is that it's the students are encouraged to kind of go at their own pace. They're not rushed into some sort of curriculum type thing where things have to be done by a certain deadline. Can you tell us a little bit more about kind of how that's structured?
Well, I think it's great because we have some students who come in who want to hurry. They want to get through. They're anxious to move on with the next phase of their education or whatever they're going into. So they get to go through a course quickly. They don't have to wait for a 9 weeks or an 18 weeks grading period. We don't have semesters. We don't have grading periods. If they finish a course in 5 weeks, they get to move on to another one. They're assigned 3 at all times, so if they complete one, they have to come see us. We give them another course, and they can move on.
I agree. So we've heard about everything that the Mountain Ed Charter School is. What is it not?
It is not it's not an alternative school in the sense of a behavior alternative school. Students that are here, they have to, since you're working on your own and you're moving along on your own, you've got to be able to do that. You've got to be able to put your all into it and to move on. One of the things that we do look at is, you can take your time and get the help you need, but at the same time, we want you to keep moving.
About how many students on average graduate each year?
It varies every year. I think last year we had 26. The year before we had more. So far this year we've had 10 that have graduated this year so far, and we probably have another 15 to 20 in the pipeline that we hope to be ready to graduate by the end of May.
And they graduate on their own?
They graduate on their own, but we do have a graduation at the end of the year. This year we're doing something new. All 16 sites of Mountain Ed are having one graduation, and this year it is a pretty big deal. It's at the University of North Georgia, and it's going to be a big event. And in the past, we've always graduated with the Stevens site, the Habersham site, and Rabin site in Bowman. So this year it's going to be a really big deal with all 16 sites graduating together.
That sounds awesome. And I know we're going to get to go and talk to some of the students in just a minute. But for those watching the program who might be interested in this, how can they find out more information, get in touch? What's the process to getting involved here?
Well, look on our website. Under the Mountain Ed website, it has sites listed and it has numbers for Habersham. You can get an idea just by looking at some of the pictures and some of the activities and things that we do. But call, drop by. We're here every, Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9. Come by. We'd be glad to give a tour, talk to parents, whatever anyone needs to know.
But we're so glad that you're here in Habersham County. And we're especially glad that you guys are chamber members and active in the community and for all that you do. So I think we're going to head out in the halls and talk to some of the students. Thank you both for being on the show today and for all that you do for these students in this community. We'll be right back. This is Cameron and LJ. They are both students here at Mountain Ed. Thank you guys for being willing to talk to us. Cameron, tell us a little bit about why you chose to come here.
Well, day school really wasn't my thing. I wasn't really like a troublesome child, but I really had no motivation to get up and go to school and just get going. So I looked into several other options, and Mountain Ed was one of the very first ones. And my mom talked to many places, and this was the only place that really interested her. Mm-hmm. And if I were to still go to day school, I'd be graduating in May this year, but I graduate this Thursday.
Congratulations on the graduation.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us about what makes this experience here so much different for you.
I would say that in here you can go at your own pace. There's more teachers in the classroom to help you with whatever you need. Like if you were at day school, there's one teacher for 30 different students in a classroom, and here you have 3 teachers with 7 different students in a classroom, and they can help you one-on-one and get you whatever practice you need in.
So you would definitely recommend this to friends or other folks who might be interested?
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, well, we're going to be right back and talk to a couple more students.
Stay with us. More talk coming up on today's Chamber Chat. We'll be right back with Mary Beth and her guest.
And we're back, and I have Ashton and Madison and Megan with me. Thank you guys for being here. Can you tell me why you selected Mountain Ed?
I selected Mountain Education because it was just more easier, and I think Mountain Education's less stressful. There's not too many people. You have more freedom to do what you want.
Such an easier pace of learning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what makes this experience different for you than public school?
It's a lot different. You can go faster than others. Like if you're in public school, you have to stay with class. For me, I'm a very fast learner, so going at my own pace is very, very good for me.
How long have you guys been enrolled here?
5 months.
And you're enjoying it? All right, so Ashton, tell me a little bit about your courses here. What's your favorite class here?
My favorite class is probably literature or algebra.
Algebra, that's a good one. That was probably my least favorite class. How long have you been here?
Since August.
Several months. You're a veteran student now, and you enjoy it. You're enjoying the learning. And
Yeah, I love it.
well, thank you guys for your input, and best of luck to you all as you get closer to your graduation. We will be right back.
Stay with us. More talk coming up on today's Chamber Chat. We'll be right back with Mary Beth and her guest.
Welcome back. Our next visit is Circle of Hope. Circle of Hope is a private nonprofit domestic violence agency whose mission is to support, empower, and bring hope to those affected by domestic violence through advocacy, awareness, education, and community partnerships. We are here at the shelter. We're actually going to step inside and talk with the director of Circle of Hope, Suzanne Dow. I'm joined with Suzanne Dow. Suzanne is the director of Circle of Hope. Thank you for being part of the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And can you tell us just a little bit about how long Circle of Hope has been in Habersham County and what services you all provide?
We have been around since 1987. That's when we were formed, and with the support group and counseling was in the initial services. We opened the first shelter in 1990. Volunteers worked to get a donated farmhouse up to speed, and then we built our new shelter facility in 2005. So that's the shelter aspect of how long we've been doing. That's kind of what we initially started with, was emergency shelter, and then we've just grown over the years, and we offer all kinds of things now.
Yes, y'all do. So how are y'all funded?
Lots of different ways. We're very heavily funded through state and federal grants, and then we are a United Way agency in Habersham, Stevens, and White counties. We have churches that support us and individuals that support us, and 2 thrift stores that we operate that generate revenue. We have probably 9-10 different programs that are outside of emergency shelter. So there's a lot that we do in the community for victims. They don't have to need shelter, so there's other services we provide and programs that we run. So it just takes a lot of funding.
I can imagine. Well, I want to talk a minute about the shelter. We're actually here in the lobby of the shelter, and this is a wonderful facility, and I think it's important for our viewers to see that I think there's always this negative connotation to the word shelter. You think concrete floors and cots,
Right.
and that's not the case here.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about what makes this so unique, and what you would want people who are out there who might be watching to understand about this shelter.
Definitely. So when we built this in 2005, we ensured that it looked like a home. We wanted people to not feel like they were on a cot in a gym, which is what people think of as shelters. And so it's like a home. We have 8 bedrooms, we have bathrooms, we have a kitchen, a living room, children's playrooms. We even have a computer lab for people to do job searching or whatever they need to do on computers. So it's a full facility. We offer support groups here. We do our individual counseling in the building. We have a therapy room. So everything that support-wise that somebody would need, they get here in a place that looks like a home.
Right, and it's very secure. I mean, you guys have gone through all the levels of security to make sure that, the people who stay here are very protected and safe.
Right. We have security gates and systems, and you have to be
Cameras
allowed
and-
in, security cameras.
Well,
We have
that's
the whole-
wonderful. That's very reassuring to know, especially if someone is in a situation and they need to have that peace of mind that they're going to be somewhere that's very safe. So kudos to you all for doing all this. I think it's excellent. So now let's talk about the fundraisers, and I think the one that's on everybody's mind because it's happening this month is the big Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
How many, this is the fifth year.
Right.
How did the idea come about?
Well,
Because it's brilliant, and y'all raise so much money.
It's so awesome. We did not come up with it on our own. There are other shelters. Well, people are doing it across the nation now, but I kept hearing about some sister shelters across the state of Georgia that were doing it very successfully in their communities, even smaller communities than Habersham County. And so I kept talking to our board of directors about it for probably over a year to get that whole idea, because initially people just didn't know what we're going to do but after that first year and we got it off the ground and people really saw what we were doing, the community has supported it 100%. And I think that's what's so unique about it is every year we have different dancers who have different connections in the community, and so more people in the community are aware of what Circle of Hope's doing, how the funds being raised are assisting victims of domestic violence, and it's just bringing more people into the loop of addressing this issue in our community. So,
well, it's an excellent event, and obviously, being a former participant of it, I can certainly see the advantages. It's a lot of work, but it's so much fun, and if anybody is ever asked to be a part of it, just say yes.
we wish everybody would say yes.
Everybody just needs to say yes. So, okay, this year this month, it's March the 30th.
Yes.
I understand it's sold out. However, There's
Dress
opportunity for dress rehearsal. So
Yes.
what can people know about that?
Okay, so it is the full show from
Yeah.
start to finish, and so because a lot of people didn't get the tickets to the main event, and so it's the same MCs, it's the 10 teams, it's the special entertainment. We have Clarksville School of Dance
Yeah.
group performing. We have Premier Studio and Cornelia groups performing. The high school drama department is doing the opening act. So
Oh, fun.
all those special appearances will be there. The only differences between the two nights are that we have different judges. We use local community-based judges on the dress rehearsal
Okay,
to
that
provide
makes sense.
comments and stuff. And then at the very end, the winners are not announced on Friday night because we have to
Okay.
save that for Saturday night.
Yeah, and so and the awards are there's the People's Choice.
That is for the most money raised by the team that raises the most money.
Okay. And then there's the performance-based.
The judge's choice.
Okay, judge's choice,
Yep, the
yeah.
judges are scoring on Saturday night and picking the dancing category winners.
Okay.
And then a few years ago, we incorporated the most entertaining. It's
Oh,
one
yeah,
award. It's
yeah.
not first, second, third. It's just one award for the most entertaining that the audience votes via a text to vote option.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the ones selecting that. The audience is selecting that winner.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are interested in tickets for the dress rehearsal, where do they need to go? Who do they need to call?
They can come by our office in Cornelia, but the easiest way is online.
Okay.
The website's www.dancingwiththestarsforhope.com.
Okay, and we're going to actually interview two of the dancers on this show too, and kind of get their perspective about what it means to be involved in this fundraiser. So, to end, anybody out there watching that feels like they might need help or feels like this could be or wants to donate, how can people
Right.
be a part of this great
Right.
organization?
Well, anybody experiencing domestic violence that needs assistance would call our 24-hour hotline
Okay.
to speak to one of our advocates, and that's at 706-776-4673.
Okay.
And then we would love to have people who want to be involved, who would serve as a volunteer, to call our administrative line and let us know of their interest, or they can contact us via our website. But the administrative line is 706-776-3406. And we have lots of volunteer opportunities, whether it's working directly with people we're serving or whether they want to serve in the thrift store. Help us with transportation, getting
Yeah.
people to appointments. There's tons of opportunities.
And I understand too, this is sort of off, I just thought of this. You guys take all sorts of donations, even if it's like toiletry products,
Yes.
shampoo, and things like
Yes.
that. If people have some that they want to donate, it can even be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a brand new.
No, right. We take everything.
You take everything.
Right. So many
Okay,
people
so
come.
donate.
Yeah, people come with nothing a lot of times.
Yeah.
They've left everything at home. They've
Yep.
fled, and so we're providing all of those basic toiletry needs. We provide all the food while they're here. Address all kinds of different things that are needed when they're experiencing domestic violence. And even in our outreach program, we have 4 different supportive housing programs for that families can transition to after shelter, or even if they don't need shelter.
Yeah.
So we just have a lot of properties and a lot of needs at all those places.
Okay. Well, I think it's great what y'all do, and I think Habersham County is so lucky to have Circle of
Thank
Hope right
you.
here in this community. And thank you for being a part of the show, and we will be right back. Welcome back to Chamber Chat. We are in the studio right now with 2 of the participants for the Dancing with the Stars for Hope event that's happening later this month. Joe Carroll, Barbara Strain, thank you guys for agreeing to come on and talk to us a little bit about your involvement with the event. So I'll start with you, Joe. Why did you agree to be part of this?
I guess being a survivor of domestic violence was a key, and after all these years, finally ready for it.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, I'm a retired social services director, and I just remember the days when we did not have Circle of Hope, and it is so nice to have that resource in our community. And I can't help but feel like that it encourages women to leave a domestic violence situation.
What has been the most challenging part of being involved in this? I know right now you're still in the rehearsal phase and practice, and but here in just a matter of weeks, the event will happen. What's been the biggest challenge for you?
Probably just trying to juggle work, your family, getting the practices in, coordinate that with your partner, those big things.
Yeah. What about you?
The waltz. I could not get the 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6. But when I cut the high math down to 3, I could do the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I've got it now.
Does it make y'all nervous that it's already sold out?
No, not yet.
Okay, Barbara, why should someone say yes when asked to be part of this event?
Well, my lifelong motto has been do what you can't. And I'm the opposite of a dancer, so I'm doing what I can't and I'm having a blast. Absolutely a blast.
All right, Joe, why should someone say yes when asked to be part of this event?
One, it's fun. Two, it's for a great cause. I could probably list 3, 4, and 5. It's just a great way to give back to the community and the resources there.
All right. Well, again, the dance is March the 30th. Tickets are on sale at the website listed below for the dress rehearsal. The actual event is sold out, but you can still get tickets to the dress rehearsal. It's a wonderful opportunity to watch these ladies, along with all the other participants, dance on the stage. And thank you all for your support, and we'll be right back.
Stay with us. More talk coming up on today's Chamber Chat. We'll be right back with Mary Beth and her guest.
Welcome back. We are at our final destination today, and this is truly a gem for our area. The Saltina Coochie Community Association was established in 1981 to recognize the importance of saving the heritage, land, and community of this exceptional place in our beautiful mountains of North Georgia. Today, the opportunities it offers the entire Northeast Georgia region have come to include a major folk pottery museum, classes and exhibits in the visual arts, a performance program that provides exposure to the best of national and regional musicians, dancers, and actors, and also lots of educational programs for adults and children that support learning in all of these areas. We're going to take a walk inside and see what makes this place so unique. Okay, we're here with Patrick Brennan. Patrick is the executive director of the Saltina Coochie Center. Thanks for letting us come inside. This is amazing. Can you tell us just a little bit about this area, where we are, and the whole center?
Sure, Mary Beth. Thank you for being here. The Saltina Coochie Center started about 38 years ago as a nonprofit incorporated organization. We had taken the building from the White County school system, and now it works as a cultural center for the community.
And so we are in an old school building right now, but this isn't the only part of your campus is huge. How many other buildings and places are there?
That's right. As an old school building, we also inherited the campus itself. So the campus is 8.5 acres, and it includes the old gymnasium, a slave cabin. It also incorporates a community center, and actually we own the post office too.
So right now we're actually in one of the art rooms, but this is one of many, many different rooms that you guys have here. Some really unique things to see when you come into this school building. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe where we are right now? And I know we're going to walk around in a little bit and take a look at some of the other rooms, but what all sorts of things do you guys have here?
Yeah, the Saltina Coochie Center has a mission in order to nurture and support the cultural arts in this community. We have the visual arts section that we're in one of their galleries now. All of these objects are things that come from artists who live within a 50-mile radius, and they're all for sale. This changes out roughly every 4 times a year. Our central gallery changes out 6 times a year. We also have a theater that sits 98 people, and we have programs coming up like Celebrate the Arts, which is a program we do with the White County schools, where we show through the White County schools that through the arts, every child can be exceptional.
You guys have so many events and programs and dances and concerts that go on throughout the year. You really just do a phenomenal job showcasing not just the local, but you guys have some pretty well-renowned acts and artists and stuff that come through. Can you tell us about some of the programs and events that y'all do, not just this month with the Celebrate the Arts, but maybe even throughout the year?
Sure, we have first run plays that go in our theater. For example, we have one by Emory Jones that's coming up in April. That will be part of a play about folk potters in this area that ties into our folk pottery museum next door, which was established 13 years ago and given to us by the Swanson family as a gift to the community. We also have programs that we do on the campus, like concerts, and we also do fairs on the campus. We do 6 fairs a year. In the fall, we did a program with White County Security Services called Touch a Truck, which was a program where 1,400 people came to it, and it was totally board driven. But we had different trucks out on the campus and kids' activities and things like that to be done.
Okay, what would you say is your biggest challenge here with this center?
You know, the biggest challenge with the center is to develop programs that are audience-based, and that's been my focus in the past 3 years, is that we really want to develop programs with the local audience.
Well, I want to show our viewers who might not get the opportunity to visit places like this. Of course, this is why we film on location, because we want people to actually see these places and these businesses and organizations that we talk to. But I want to go into some of the other rooms, because I understand you have a room here that is dedicated specifically to the early settlers of this Nacoochee Valley region, and you have some artifacts in there that maybe we can take a look at.
That's right. Let's go to the history room.
Okay, let's check it out. We are in the History Museum room of the Saltee Nacoochee Center, and it's actually fascinating to me what all you guys have done here.
This collection is basically the collection that Dr. Tom Lumsden started, and so this collection kind of talks about the early settlement time period when the Native Americans were here up until the European settlement. We talk about the Trail of Tears here, and then also the land lottery, which brought people into this area to establish farms. Initially, of course, it was gold that drew people here, but we've also mined asbestos in this area. We also cover so all those industries, along with logging too, was another part of the industries here.
Well, it's amazing, and all the work that's gone into collecting and identifying and documenting this stuff is wonderful. And for those watching who might be interested, who've never been here and want to come here, how can they find out more information about this center, your hours, the events?
Yeah, we're open 7 days a week, actually, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, 1 to 5. Okay. And then you can hit our website, which is snca.org, for additional information on weekly programs. Or you can contact us to be put on our email list, because we come out with a weekly email blast that talks about different programs that are coming up.
Well, and we certainly appreciate you guys being members of the Chamber of Commerce for Habersham County. Tell me, Patrick, is there anything that we can do from our perspective to help further y'all's mission or help to grow your audience?
Yeah, we're looking to work with businesses in the community. We have at time had first run plays here, and then we provide like a dinner type situation, dinner and theater. And so we'll work with a restaurant if they want to identify a menu, for example, that'll be offered at the same time. And for one ticket price, if we can come up with a menu at an area restaurant, and then later on the people can come here and see a play during that same evening. Those are the type of things that we're looking to do with different businesses.
Well, you have our support for sure. Thank you again for being a part of this program and for letting us come in and check out this amazing facility. And again, for more information, you guys have a Facebook page too, your social media,
yep.
And then
Facebook and Instagram pages. Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks again, and we'll be right back. Thank you for watching this episode of Chamber Chat. Join us next month when we visit the oldest craft shop in Georgia. We get deep in the Sequoia River to catch some fish, and we explore a unique organization in our community that is changing lives every day. Have a great month, and we'll see you soon.
For joining us today on Chamber Chat. We hope you enjoyed today's program and hope to see you again next time. Chamber Chat is a community service program produced by Windstream Cable Television.